The next strategy I want to talk to you about in this session is an absorption rate analysis. It's typically used when a seller wants more for their home than your CMA suggests it might be worth. Now, at this point, I want to do a little sidebar with you. We've gone through, this will be the third pricing strategy, and I would prepare all three of them. But keep in mind, never sell with blah blah when you can sell with blah. The point is, if the CMA worked, then don't take anything else out of your briefcase. Otherwise, all you're going to do is confuse the seller and make it more complicated. If it works, remember, the whole objective of doing our evaluations, no matter which strategy you're using, is to get the property at the right price. So if you've got it at the right price, perfect. Let's get it on the market and let's get things moving in terms of getting it sold. But if you want to know how time affects the value of real estate, let's take a look at how to apply an absorption rate and how it works. I'm going to do a very simple example first, and then I'll do a little more sophisticated one. Let's say, for argument's sake, similar homes that sell every month in this market are 10. Let's say there's presently 60 homes available. So the question I would have to ask you, if nobody else listed any homes, how long would it take to sell the 60 houses? Well, it would take 6 months. Now, if you're getting a listing and it's going to fall into this category, the question you have to ask the seller is, can you wait 6 months or even longer, or do you want it to happen sooner? If you want it to happen sooner, then you need to price more aggressively. You got to get to the front of the pack. So anybody who's shopping in that price range will be drawn to your listing. You want to lay it out this way so the seller understands it. And I like it because doing a conversation this way, you're not owning the outcome, you're allowing the seller to choose. Now, to sell it in less time, you reduce the price. It's just that simple. It's how time affects the value of real estate. And what's really important about this exercise, and I challenge you to do it fairly regularly, is you want to watch what's happening with supply in your marketplace. Like, for instance, if you have if your inventory is increasing, then you know days on the market are going to be longer and your prices are going to either stabilize or start to head down. Now, if your inventory levels in the marketplace are decreasing, that means house prices are going to go up and the days on the market are going to get short. Why this is really important to you as a real estate professional, because it's like having a crystal ball. You can actually sit with a seller and almost forecast what's going to happen in the next 30 or 60 days. And sales are a lag indicator, not a lead indicator. The fact that you've got a lead indicator that gives you some sort of insight on what's about to happen and how it could affect the seller's price is really an important quality. Now let's take a look at a more sophisticated version of this. Let's pretend, for argument's sake, the seller wants $440,000 for their home. And your CMA and research says it should really be listed at $400,000, $399,000, that sort of thing. We got a $40,000 spread. So how do you convince the seller to put it on the market at the right price and get the property sold? My first suggestion is to take a look at $439,000 homes. In this example, we've had 8 of them sell in the last year. That means we sell one of those houses in that price range approximately in the last 12 months, about every 0.66 months. Presently, there's 12 properties for sale. That means it would take a year and a half at their price to sell their house. 18 months, a little over 18 months. Now, if they gave me their house at the price I wanted it, what does that look like? Well, last year, in the $399,000, $400,000 price range, for example, we had 35 sales. That means that we sell one of those houses approximately every 2.91 months. We sell them almost every 3 months. The point is, presently, right now, we have 10 properties for sale in that price range. How long would it take to sell those 10 properties at my suggested price? 3.43 months. So simply put, it's not about price at this point in the conversation, it's about when. At their price, they're going to be here for a year and a half. At my price, we'll have them moved into their new house in under 4 months. So, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, when do you want to be in the new home?